Hello, Sophie, and welcome.
Hello, Birgitta. I'm so happy
Yeah,
to
here.
meet you. You
Yeah,
look
okay.
so
So,
nice.
so say it again.
You look so nice.
Oh, and you, I have the beautiful lady, the woman here today. So better try to match a little bit, but I can't reach the level you are at. So this is so exciting to have you here. And it's also the last real session on the whole ego evolution event. And it's so perfect timing because Sophie, I just want to let you know, she have challenged me because she is missing one of her life project in one of her spider leg. So we're going to focus on that so you can get to know what is a life project and how can you find a perfect project to one of intention. And how do you use your ego and your driving forces to accomplish this? And if there is so much to say about Sophie, but I think today I would say she is brilliant to use her driving forces to accomplish amazing big world-saving projects. So if is it okay if I just let you start to let people know how you are using your driving force beautiful and your most important project right now? So you can just start and
Yeah,
let us know a little bit.
thank you. I met Birgitta quite a few years ago and got introduced to the Life Spider system. And I feel that I got a map, like a navigator in my life.
Mhm.
I knew, if you think about the driving force beautiful, that I always try to look nice, and that I can get irritated if I go to the supermarket and I see someone who has not done their best, and then I can think, oh.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
Yeah.
it's really strange how these things, how they all connect. And I think Birgitta's system with the driving forces, the intention, and the life projects, and how it all connects is very powerful. And it is truly a map that you can guide you through life. And I think since we don't suppress the ego, we don't suppress the driving forces, we encourage them and we cheer each other, then you become more powerful, and then you can do more powerful and more important things in life. So
Yeah.
I feel forever grateful. I have this map, and I assure you, it's very well used. This is my
Yeah.
spider.
It looks great. No, I can really
Taking
see,
me.
and I remember when we started our session and the change I have seen in you. I mean, have always been a powerful woman in with lots of action, successful projects. But what I have seen is that the clarity in your project and how you connected your soul into all projects and how you on the go have started all your philanthropy project, and you are connected and you are using your driving force to make them even better. So that's amazing to see. So I think you are a role model to see how you can accomplish whatever you want to.
Oh,
uh,
thank
so
you.
yeah.
I think it's important to say that I feel that the food that you get, I call it food that you feed your driving forces, that
Yeah.
is like a short term boost, like energy boost. But when you
Right.
go into your intention and your life projects, then it is more of a long term, very special, very sacred feeling. So you get your power through your driving forces, but what is most important is what is it behind them. So
Yes.
I think we are going to talk about my beautiful leg, so to say, today. But I would
Yeah.
like to just to start to say that this with status and to shine is also one of my driving forces.
Hmm.
And that sounds, always when you talk about the driving forces, I think it sounds a little bit dirty or a little bit shameful.
It
But for
is.
me, status, I feel really, the intention behind the status is to save lives. And that
Yes.
ended up to be the life project to create a maternity and health clinic in Kenya.
Hmm.
And I think that is what truly feels good in your whole soul, that you're
Yes.
doing this great work for others, and that I can receive status and shine that I do it. Yes, that makes me to be a little bit taller. And
Yeah.
that's great. But the most important thing is what's behind it. And I think it's, great to mention. And if I should get that together too with the driving force beautiful, is that, or handsome, we can call it as well, is that
Handsome, yeah.
I built this maternity clinic together with a Swedish singer called Måns Zelmerlöw. And I don't know what you think, but I think he's quite good looking. He's got the sweetest voice and the greatest body. And I think when you can, in a project, if you can get lots of driving forces into your project, then you get even more powerful. But today, I believe that we're going to speak about this beautiful driving force that makes me to feel like maximum power. But we don't have a life project. I don't really know where I'm using the power that I get to try to feel beautiful and have a beautiful house and a beautiful office and beautiful boyfriend and so. But what should I do with that? What is the important thing to do with it? And that's what I would like to talk about today.
Okay, that will be interesting. And I just a short, when we are talking about projects in the Life Spider system, and we talk about life projects, the life project is kind of so huge, so we will see it in the 500 years perspective. And that's because you are initiate your intention, because the intention is your completely, and it's just you who can make the structure that somebody else will take over and keep on working on when you are gone. And have tried to find this 500 years perspective of a life project can be really hard, because our brains are still, even if we have huge visions, we are still kind of limited. So most of the time we are ended up to create some part projects that go in that direction. So I'm sure what we will do today is to find at least a couple or one project that maybe it's not a 500 years project. Maybe we can be crazy enough to find it, but we will find something, because what you are asking for, you want this driving force have something important to do. I mean, it's not enough for the ego wants to be in action. It wants to have a task, and that's why you are missing your life projects in there. So we will make sure that your handsome, beautiful ego will have something important to do. So it's not just enough to just show up and look good or meet good looking people. It wants something important to do. So to find this project now, if you could just let us know a little bit about your intention. I mean, you say maximum power. Can you just give us a brief description what it is about?
I think it's something about energy, that it sort of hires my energy level when I feel good looking, or if things or people around me look good. And this feels it's so shameful to say. It's like this emoji, I feel like, when I'm saying
but you are so brave, Sophie. But I agree. It's kind of a little bit embarrassing to admit. Then but in this group you are safe, because people here know what we are talking about by now.
No, I know.
So it's
But
okay.
still, I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, that's good.
No, I think I just feel more powerful, more like in spirit, in sort of like, I don't know, it's something with energy. And
yeah.
Yeah.
So if we look at this, if we broaden the perspective a little bit for the world, what would happen? What would be better in the world if we could maximize the power in all individuals on the planet? What changes do you think would show up then?
Well, I think that if everyone feels more in power, they feel more energetic to do things and to connect with each other, and also connect with themselves, and also something that I want everyone to connect with their meaning, and also something with togetherness, that if you feel empowered, it's something to feel empowered yourself, but it's even more special if you can feel connected and empowered with someone else.
Yeah. Okay. Now, though, I actually remember your lifespan a little bit. Now you are on your way to mix 2 spider leg, because the one you have in 3 o'clock is about this. You're talking about the united thing.
Uh-huh.
So we have to leave that apart and let that spider leg rest for a little bit and just focus on to maximize, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Maximize power.
Maximize your
So
power.
what kind of power? You are on a good on the path, but what do you mean with power?
That you
What
feel
kind of
powerful.
power?
It's something, even if it's from an outer look, this beautiful that I feel, it's power from inside.
Okay. So you want, if to stop there. So you want people to feel powerful.
Hmm.
So what kind of ways, from a little perspective, in what way, what is it that make people feel powerful? What do
Well,
you
that
think?
I can only speak to myself.
Yeah,
That is
that's a good start. And that's also, I will just share with you who's looking. The first you are doing when you are talking create a project, it's to fulfill the intention for yourself. So that's absolutely perfect that you see, talk from yourself. So what makes you feel the power? In what
well,
way?
it is now. I put makeup on, and I put this nice
Yes.
shirt on, and these I really like these, and then
Yeah.
I just feel a little bit taller. It's
Yeah.
something, I don't know. It's some.
Yeah. So what's happening in the inside when you
The
get
inside
your,
comes out more.
yeah, okay.
If I walk around enough, if I have my pajamas on and
Mm-hmm.
hair is looking like this, and then I feel a little like this.
Ah, yes, okay. What I hear right now is that what you are saying that I think is really interesting, that needs a project. It's that you can get or receive an inner power, but make your your body, your physical appearance look good.
Hmm.
So I get a little goosebump. Do you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So this is what I hear, is that some kind of project to start with, and in the long run, is it okay now I'm talking, because do you know how
Yeah,
normally
yeah.
I get some downloads? I think this is even a project, and even in the life project, that is about that we have to honor our physical body even more than we do right now, because we have kind of a separation in the world, that you are a good inner being and it's okay to be, you can look whatever you want to, because it's the inner that's more important than the outer look. And in my opinion, I think that's so wrong, because your physical appearance actually is your soul's house. I mean, so it's kind of, how can you decorate the house for your soul? What do you think when I'm saying this, Sophie?
Well, it comes to my mind that I always like to do makeup on other people. And yesterday I
Yes,
went and did my boyfriend's daughter's hair. I colored her hair, and
yes,
then she looked all nice with her pink hair. And then I
yeah,
could see her like this. So it's something that I like. It's not just that I like to do myself beautiful. I like to do
no,
other people beautiful.
yes. And that's what now we are talking about the soul, because the soul want to have everybody to look beautiful. So that's what you're speaking now. That's not from your driving force, but it is from your soul, because you want to give this away. So if you just play with a thought right now, what could be the first easy step to create a project around this? What comes to your mind?
Well, what comes to my mind is that I always wanted to be a makeup artist. I wanted to be an air hostess, because then you could look good in your suit, or I wanted
Yeah.
to be a makeup artist. That were my two professions that I wanted to do when I was young, but I
Mm-hmm.
never became any of those. I tried to be an air hostess, and they said to me that, oh, we don't think that you can take orders from others.
Yeah. Okay, so now we
Makeup artist and to make other people beautiful is what comes to my mind first.
Yeah. Okay, now we put that those thoughts on hold for a few minutes, and then we expand this. If you can see, if you would, which you maybe will do, take over the whole planet with this kind of project. What can you see? What kind of project or your business? I mean, you are very much in the business or the organization stuff. What can you see in front of you? What could you do with this? And you already are this, you know everything about you are the makeup artist, so everything is ready for you. What would you do then? This is a fantasy. You don't have to go and do it right away.
No. Some kind of makeup products or any products that you can use to sort of enhance that you feel that you shine a little bit more. Yeah. And that it would be available for everyone who want it. That's that feels important, because now it feels like to make yourself beautiful, that is available if you are, you know, in a good society or you have money, you can buy things. But if you are in a more poor society, you know, you're looking for food, so then you're not there. So some kind of products or something that can be available for very many people.
Yes. Okay. Oh, now I got goosebumps. So this is kind of, say this, the beauty salon for everyone. So not, as I love what you're saying, and this is your philanthropic heart that's speaking, and you are doing so much in the poor parts of the world. And this could be, I mean, in center outside your hospital in Kenya, you can have a beauty salon for the moms.
Yeah.
So there will be some kind of Sophie's, now I'm just speculating, Sophie's beauty for the world or something. And you have, I love projects and concepts, so it's easy. And you have, probably you have your, what kind of your own products, your own concept and whatever. And I guess there's also will be something that's good for the environment. Am I right?
Absolutely. And for in those countries, it could be made from women that, what I've been taught through quite a few years of working philanthropy is that to give women the power and the education to run their own businesses. Yes. So say that you could do soap, or you can do like a cream of coconut that these women could have as a business. So like the money and the energy goes around. That would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and that's to maximize the power. So what you are saying now as well, it's in the poor parts of the world, you give the women more power by they are allow themselves to looking good and feel good, and they can at the same time, this is so typical Sophie. I mean, she takes a little piece of something and then she creates a huge business of it that's really is good for the world. Yeah. So how what would you what label would you put on this project right now? And we are saying we have a working name or a, I don't know, a temporary name, but what would you call this just for today?
Well, I think that would be something with Sophie.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
So yeah, that's Sophie's beauty, or Sophie's. I think I have to think about it a little bit. I can see the logotype, I can see the typeface, but not the full name yet.
No, okay. So describe because that was actually my question in back of my head. So how is the logotype look like?
It's quite italic, like handwritten. It looks quite sophisticated. Even this should be available for everyone. So it's not sophisticated as in, you know, being a huge, expensive brand, but it should look nice, of course.
Yes. Oh, of course it is beautiful, of course, Sophie.
But what
Yes.
I've always done before my projects, I start the project by doing the sign, the logotype. So when we did the maternity clinic in Kenya, I started with doing the sign, and also I did that for our orphanage in Nepal. So that is
Yeah.
my sort of starting point, is
Okay.
the name, the typeface, the brand, and then I go to the next steps.
Yeah. So, and I just to describe why you are doing that, by doing that, put it in the logotype, you are fuel your soul, because that's your soul that's speaking. What do you want to show to the world? And for the soul to express itself, it's so you can say so much more with the picture or a sign and colors than you can with words. So that makes absolutely sense, which means that you are starting the project from the right place. You are starting from a soul place, and that's where all projects should be started, instead of you had asked your ego there, or you want to be handsome, okay, I'm gonna have a makeup salon or whatever. It would have been completely something else, but now you are doing it from a bigger place, and you will allow, with the logo, you will receive more ideas, and soon you will be going. So watch out, folks out there. You will soon see these projects is coming forward.
Yeah, and I think it's important that when you start big projects, it takes a lot of energy to build an orphanage up in the mountains of Nepal or this health clinic in Kenya. It takes a lot of energy. So this spider system, use it because it can create wonders. But
Yeah.
it is hard work. I must admit, it is hard work.
It is. It is. I mean, nothing is free like that. Nothing is easy. You have to put work into it, and it takes energy, but it's a powerful energy. It's an energy that generates more energy. So before, I think our time is out, but I just want to go back to this. The first step for you to take now, create the logo, but at the same time, you probably will start to educate yourself, do your makeup training, or you remember what you said you want to,
Yeah.
the stuff. So that could be a first action to occupy your ego that want to be involved in the project. But your ego to be look beautiful right now needs to have something to do. So you can create your logo, the intention, and the soul around your project. And if you let that, your ego, do the training in the makeup, it will be quiet until it's ready to be involved for actions in the real project.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, so Sophie, so how do you feel now? Do you think you have got an life project for your spider leg?
I feel inspired and happy and grateful. And I think it's super needed right now, because usually I travel a lot in my job, and I go to both rich and poor countries and meet all different people. And now I'm isolated in my summer home, which is beautiful. But it's good to have some more thoughts to occupy your mind when you're in these times. So I feel very grateful, and I wish you continuous luck. I know how much you worked for this spider system, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, how grateful I am and how much it helped me. And I hope that you guys out there, you must book a meeting with one spider coach and do this. It will change your life.
Okay, so it's wonderful to have you here, and this is I like doing this because it's so easy when you have all the parts. It's just to dive right into the topic and nail down the projects, and then it's done. So I love doing this. So thank you, Sophie, for challenging me to find a life project for you. That was perfect. Regarding to me. So, and if you have any question for Sophie, write them down in the comment, and it could be whatever, and any of her other projects as well. So please connect with Sophie, and we see you out there. And thank you again, Sophie. Over and out. Yes.